Hello everyone, and welcome back to Conspiracy. This week, I'm going to be going over a topic that's kind of been in the media and running in conspiracy circles lately, and it's why are streetlights turning purple? If you haven't seen one in the wild yet, you either don't go outside at night or it just hasn't happened. I haven't seen one, but to be fair, I don't go outside. This video was an idea by one of my subscribers, L, so thanks for the tip. These are all just haha jokes. Just a video for entertainment and nothing more, all within Minecraft. Back in late 2020, some people in the North America region found that streetlights had been turning purple instead of their normal off-white or yellow hue. The number of people asking questions about these and noticing these have only grown since then, with hundreds of news articles across Canada and the United States. Purple is just the most common agreed upon color, but they've also been described as light blue, purple, or black light. The last one is where the conspiracies kind of come into play, and we'll get into those. People initially thought that cities were experimenting with different colors for a myriad of reasons. These have ranged from easier to see pedestrians when they're crossing the street, or it's to save power, so it cuts down on cost, or they can tell who's been vaccinated against COVID and discriminate against them, and it keeps vampires away. So are they supposed to be purple, you ask yourself? Well, according to WTMJ, a Wisconsin news radio, no. They released an article with the title, "Those Purple Streetlights Are Not Supposed to Be That Way." Now, the article says that the Wisconsin Department of Transportation says that it's a manufacturer defect with the lighting fixtures. In Tampa, that's in Florida, they're also seeing purple streetlights. When Tampa 8 reached out to the city for answers, the city referred them to Tampa Electric. The Tampa Electric spokeswoman said that it's an issue with the filters. She continued on by saying, "There's red, blue, and yellow. If you take the yellow away, what are you left with? Red and blue, which makes purple." What she said there is fascinating. She's saying that each light has primary colors as a filter. When I googled streetlight filters, the Tampa 8 article is the only one to pop up that mentions these primary color filters. Nowhere else on any reputable website does it mention streetlights having filters. Let's assume that she meant that they're LED and misused the word filter. All yellow LEDs going out at the same time on the same light on multiple different lights all over the city is so unlikely to happen that it's borderline laughable. In Vancouver, Canada, the city of Vancouver is claiming that there is a coating on the fixtures that has failed. What coating is there on a streetlight? I can go outside on the corner right now and look up at the streetlight. The streetlight, mind you, that was installed around the same time that these purple ones were, and I can see the bulb, as well as the weather covering, but nothing there is changing the color of the lights. Baltimore, Maryland has about 5,000 purple lights throughout the city, and when Fox 5 reached out to the city for comment, the city never responded. The state of South Carolina, which I personally think has the coolest picture for purple streetlights, also has a bunch of purple streetlights. A Duke Energy spokesperson said that the LED fixture begins to erode and it causes the light to change from the color we want it to be to that purplish color. So far we have Wisconsin, Vancouver, Tampa, Baltimore, and South Carolina, but let's add to that list Wichita, Kansas, Burlington, North Carolina, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Waitsburg, Washington, Bountiful, Utah, and many, many more places. So the question is, do all of these cities have the same light manufacturer? They must if they're all encountering this error, right? Wrong. Well, it was easy to pass off as, yeah, that's the same manufacturer when it was just the East Coast and Midwest states. But now they're throwing in the West Coast of the United States and Canada, so things are getting a little bit more jiggy with it. In fact, almost 100,000 streetlights are owned, maintained, constructed, etc. by BC Hydro for the city of Vancouver, while the rest are done by the city itself. So are the same manufacturer errors that are happening at BC Hydro and the city of Vancouver the same errors that are happening within Duke Electricity, the East Coast powerhouse of power? I also reached out to Rocky Mountain Power, who does the power for Utah, and I asked who manufactures their streetlights. And they said the following. "Hello, Cameron. That's a great question. We apologize. We don't know the answer offhand. We've created a work request on your behalf and sent it to the field for them to reach out to you." Then they gave me the case number. It's been about a week and a half, and I still have not heard anything from anyone in the field of Rocky Mountain Power. Even with all of that still, Washington State gets their lights from CED Pacific Northwest. So do BC Hydro, Duke, Rocky Mountain Power, and CED Pacific share plan designs? How are they all getting a manufacturer error turning the lights purple? So, Cameron, are they supposed to be purple? You might be asking yourself at this point. And the answer to that is much more nuanced than I think I was expecting. Let's say they are intentional. Why? It sure seems more than likely that something's going on with so many cities and different manufacturers all saying that a manufacturer error is causing these lights to turn purple. Just seems unlikely. It just is unlikely that it's a coincidence, in my opinion. Especially where they all say it's an error of some sort, but list different errors, with only some of them being the same, and most just saying that it's a manufacturer error and not giving any more details. If they're supposed to be purple, what's the reason? What is the purple light for? Does it symbolize something? Is it for some kind of scan on people? Purple is associated with royalty and power. Now, what do governments love? Power. Could this be a New World Order signal that someone in the New World Order has control in the area? Was it aliens? Are we signaling aliens in some way? Are aliens trying to signal us, the average person, saying that they're working with our governments? What else is the color purple associated with? Wisdom and spirituality. Spirituality is best described as a school of thought that opposes physicalism, and also is the category of all spiritual beliefs and views from ancient to modern. Spiritual beliefs. Doesn't specify what kind of beliefs, just some spiritual belief is all that's needed. Back to the New World Order theory. Who does the New World Order believe in? Moloch. He appears in the Bible, and the Bible strongly condemns practices associated with him, including child sacrifices. Anyone familiar with the traditional New World Order theories knows that child sacrifices are traditionally associated with the movement. We can even look at Bohemian Grove with the cremation of Care, which is said to be a child effigy, and even though it's an owl and not a bull-type creature, they light the child effigy on fire in front of Moloch. You can learn more about Bohemian Grove here. There's some more theories that the purple is scanning for the COVID vaccine and is starting to trace people based on who does and who doesn't have it. My personal favorite is that the purple streetlights are to keep vampires away. The aliens theory is something I read online, mostly as the aliens are trying to communicate with us and the government doesn't want us to know. It's been pretty much confirmed from multiple former government officials over the years that governments contact aliens. I can make a video on that someday maybe. Essentially, it's the aliens trying to communicate with the average citizens of the Earth, trying to tell them that there's more going on than meets the eye, that aliens exist and are already on Earth, etc. Another theory is that governments are using these purple lights as COVID vaccine indicators, and if you're vaccinated, you'll have a different hue under the light than the unvaccinated, and governments can have a secret database based on the information that the streetlights gather. However, everyone who got vaccinated knows that they had to get a card, and let's be real, the government tracked it that way. I guess the theory involves people who didn't get it maybe, but like they got in the system as having it. Unsure. I've heard the theory that the purple lights are meant to ward off vampires, however I wasn't able to find much else beyond that, so take that as you will. Not sure why vampires are involved here at all. I also read that it was a Mandela effect, or a dimensional shift type thing, where we and another Earth collided and the other Earth has purple streetlights. The last theory is actually one that I haven't seen anywhere online, kind of came up with it on my own, which involves the New World Order. As stated earlier, the color purple is associated with power and spirituality. Who is associated with Moloch, which is a spiritual charged being, and who wants to be in power? The New World Order. So my theory is that they are putting these purple streetlights in as a sign that they have power or control in that area. Someone associated with the New World Order is in control of the city, pretty much. This would be why they pop up semi-frequently throughout the last couple years. As more people get into positions of power, they turn the streetlights purple, and then they tell the city to say that it was a manufacturer error. Anyway, these are all just haha jokes. Just a video for entertainment and nothing more, all within Minecraft. What do you think the purple lights mean? Is it actually just a manufacturer error, and is it just nothing, or is there something more sinister at play? Let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. It means the world to me. And I'll catch you in the next one.